Searching for opponent is ready.
I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers, only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Garoppolo now. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu.
Garoppolo's pass.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made at the
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Working with a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
He's taken down at the 30.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Big stop, let's go. Mark 54, Mike. Check, Mark 54, Mark 54.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike 54. Mike.
They run the counter. It's Carson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
The tackle.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
I'm coming.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, 49ers 0. Jason Myers to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Now Garoppolo. And this one brought in by Sanu. Past the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Complete.
A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
First down, 49ers.
Garoppolo on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's brought down.
Complete.
12 more yards there and another first down.
First and goal.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Garoppolo.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense, because when they came out on the field, their #1 mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now Wilson on first down. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. That is incomplete. Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there. Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. On the delay, here's Carson. But he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
At the 17-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 17 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they have a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Kickoff for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
San Francisco.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. Tyler Lockett now with a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Do it again, buddy. Do it again.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
sack.
Javon Kinlaw able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go, D. It's just me. It's just me and you. Bang.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Mike 56. Mike 56. There. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Yo. 56 is Mike, boys. 56. Check.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the pass.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Garoppolo. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
So let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would look at the Los Angeles Rams right out of the gate. At home against Dallas, opening their new stadium. Many thought Dallas would go out west and beat them. That didn't happen. Then how about the Rams going on the road this week and beating Philadelphia, and decisively? This looks like a Rams team that finished 9-7 last year. It has designs on challenging for the division title. And one other team I would throw in there is a little bit of a surprise, just by how it's gone down. How about Atlanta? I know it's tough against Seattle, tough against Dallas. Seattle was at home, but they got jumped on by Seattle. And in the Dallas game, they just gave away. That's a team that should be at worst 1-1 right now. Now looking at 0-2 and have a lot of questions.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return is Pettis. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
48-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
San Francisco.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Garoppolo to try again on second down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He's got Sanu. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
Niners 15. Seahawks 13. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From way up at the 23. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And 9 at the 30.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, check, walk 54, walk 54. You left me,
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
If they got you the football, gave you a great opportunity, you got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, check, walk 54, walk 54.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
And he's got room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Mostert. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Mostert, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
The 5-yard line.
Check, check, walk 54, walk 54. Switch up, switch up. 6 down, 6 down.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Brought down.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And that one... Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Wilson wants to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nick Bosa able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Post-game report. Players score. Players stats. Entering. Player completion. Attempt save. Passing yard. Completion. Passing touchdown. Interception. AVG. Longest pass 47. Rushing selected. 20 yard broken tackles 2. 20-yard runs 0 yards. Touchdowns 1. Fumbles. Touchdown 0. Average yards per carry 2.0. Yards 42. Attempts 9. Clearing attempts. Yards 44. Receiving selected. Clearing receptions 5. Receiving yards 131. Receiving yards 23. Receiving yards 20. Receiving average yards per reception 15.0. Average TD reception 0. TD reception run after catch drop passes 0. Drop pass longest reception 16. Longest reception blocking selected. Sacks allowed 1. Defensive selected. Tackles 5. Tackles 8. Tackles 6. Tackles 5. Tackles 5. Tackles for loss 0. Tackles for loss 1. QB sacks 0.0. QB sacks 1.0. Interceptions 0. Interceptions 1. Averaging longest pass kicking. Passing selected. Scoring summary. Total C. D. Metcalf. C. R. Wilson 17-yard run missed kick. SFM Sanu SR 25-yard pass from Jager Polo R. Gold kick. SFK Alexander. SFR C. N. Bello 2-yard team stats. Total offense home 19. Rushing yards home 88. Passing yards home 1. First downs home 9 away 10. KR yards home 0, KR yards home 60, total yards home 250, turnovers home, third down COND, fourth down CON, 2-point COND, red zone TD home 3, red zone FG home, penalties home 0, possession time home 10-0 9 away 9-5, clear, finish, view highlights, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 6, 306, 213, 237, 306. $241, $213, $204. $127. Finish game. Entering on my leaderboard is selected.
Yeah.
Entering
Hey, I
leaderboard
used to
screen
dub off
100
Madden
rows
on